Hello and welcome to the 2025-2026 Premier League prediction. This is Morpheus versus Paul today, and it's Arsenal versus Manchester United as well. That's a big match of week one of the Premier League. So it's good to be here once more. You can send me your comments, and as we continue to go, we're going to look at all the entire matches of the season of this match day one or week one, and we'll talk about a whole lot of things concerning all the matches on the EPL for this year. New changes to the EPL, we know that a goalkeeper cannot hold the football more than 8 seconds. Once it's more than 8 seconds, a corner kick will be awarded.
Corner kick. Yeah.
Yeah. So I think these are more spices added to the football season this year. We'll basically talk about where do we start from for this evening?
Good evening, guys. It's been a while. Hopefully, you all are doing well. It's good to have you back here again. Oh, I think we have a match tonight between Liverpool and Bournemouth.
Yeah.
So I believe that's a good place to start.
Okay.
Since they are playing tonight.
Exactly. That's a good place to start. It's Liverpool, the defending champions, hosting, or the league winners of last season, hosting Bournemouth. And as I look at Liverpool, look at Bournemouth. Two teams you think are well ready. Liverpool has bought, Bournemouth have sold. I think I don't even really know the in and out of Bournemouth, but I know Bournemouth have sold almost their entire back four. They sold those players. So what's your take about the match, Paul?
Well, it's the first match of the season. I believe Liverpool, they are going to come out strong because based on the fact that they are defending champions, so it's going to be a strong win for Liverpool. Because based on the fact that it's the first match of the season and the players Liverpool acquired this season, so I think Liverpool, they are going to win heavily tonight.
Win heavily tonight. Okay,
yeah.
The bookmakers are giving Liverpool a probability win of 75%, which you just alluded that they will win heavily tonight. And Bournemouth, a probability of 10%, with a draw of 50% on the board. If you look at Liverpool, they've really bought the number 10 from Germany. They bought a centre back. They bought yes. Then they bought this guy from Bayern Leverkusen. They also got the other guy from Bournemouth as well. So Kekes from Bournemouth as well. So they've really gone into the market. They also got another another Dutch player from the German team, and the name of Ekitike as well for almost 90 to 80 million pounds. So they've done their business, but they are still expecting to do more. The Isak deal is still hanging in air because Isak refused to play for Newcastle, and then he has gone on strike. For me, I don't think that's the way to go to. But you see, players now have power. He has a 3-year deal. If it was a 1-year deal, it's a different case entirely. But he has a 3-year deal in contract, and you have to honor that contract. Go on strike. The club will still decide whether they want to sell you or not. If you don't play, sit down on the bench for the next 12 months, and let's see what will happen to you and your career as well. It doesn't really help the player.
Yeah, I don't think that's because you have a contract with this club. So if you're saying you're going on strike, you're also breaching the contract you had with them. So
yeah,
I think report reaching me today is that Newcastle, they are going to fine him because if you're going on strike, that means you're breaching the contract in which you signed. So I can't imagine how it's going to look like when he end up he's still in Newcastle at the end of the transfer window. So how is the scenario going to be? Because if you're going on strike now, it means everyone now in the club, your players, your teammates, the coaching crew, and the fans, coming back to them without you making this transfer happening before the end of the transfer window, it will look somehow, because the fact that you're fighting to go out now, like you said earlier, is there's still 3 years contract left on his contract. So it's not like it is 1 year contract that is, as in it's just 1 year that is left on his contract. So if you're doing all this, ensure that at the end of the transfer you switch, because if you fail to switch, it will be very, very bad for him.
Yeah, I just think that he had bad advisors. His agent is not also heavy matters. I think his agent should be a mediator between the player and the club, but he's not really. He's just piling up issues left, right, center. I don't expect him to behave like this. I think he has given himself. It's not like the Gukeres. I think the Gukeres. Why Gukeres was angry with Sporting CP was that they had a gentleman agreement. For this one, there was also gentleman agreement. You just decided you will not play for the club, and I think it's so poor standard from the player, poor standard from his advisors, and I think Newcastle is sticking to the guns. Okay, my prediction for this match between Liverpool and Bournemouth, which I think will also be emotional because of the demise of Diego Jota as well, will be a 4-0 victory for Liverpool. Those 4 victory. Let me give them that. I don't know what is Paul.
For me, I'll go with 3-1.
Okay, 3-1. That's good.
Yeah.
3-1 for
in favor of Liverpool.
Yes. Okay, let's go to the next match. The next match we go straight to Trafford. Will be the match on Sunday between Manchester United at Old Trafford and Arsenal. Some people call it the theater of disaster, but it is still theater of dreams. A lot of clubs still come there to dream that they will beat United, and which some of them did last season, and some of them did not. I think most of the top teams like Old Trafford last season, apart from Liverpool and Newcastle, I think the rest they didn't really fare well. Arsenal, and I think they had a 1-1 draw, and Man City also had a draw. But this is a fresh season. Everything that happened last season is in the past. It doesn't really, the record will not affect what will happen this season. Arsenal have bought in an important position that you wanted them to buy. They've gotten a striker finally, and everybody expected Arteta to fire from cylinders. United also have fortified their front line. They scored only 44 last season in the Premier League, which I think is also poor beneath their standard for last season. But this is where these two clubs are. Arsenal are trying to win the league. United are building something. Unlike United, we all know that they are always at the forefront. And for Arsenal, this is a true test of character from Mikel Arteta. So for me, I think the match is going to be feisty and tasty. There will be respect from both sides. Arsenal will also realize that they are playing in Old Trafford, a place that they've only had just one victory in their last 5. So they will know that they have to also have to respect United. United will also know that they have to respect Arsenal, being a team on the top and a team that has ambition to fight for the Premier League as well. So what's your take, Paul?
Theater of disaster.
Yes, that's what they call it. That's what people call it, but it's still theater of dreams. That is why a player like Sesko can ditch Newcastle and say he wants to play for United. That's just it. They are still the biggest team in England, whether we like it or not.
Sure. Yeah. The thing is that it's not going to be an easy match, because
absolutely, I agree with you.
Being the fact that it's the first match of the season, and everyone wants to trade with caution. So, like you said, Arsenal have bought a lot of players, including Man U as well. If you check Man U now, their front three is not something you joke with. And looking at that match, it's going to be a test for both managers, because
Exactly.
Based on the fact that Man U ended 15 last season, and with the players they've gotten so far, so it's going to be a test to know if they can beat this Arsenal now on Sunday. The how will I put it? The morale will be there. As they will know that they've done well. This transfer window is okay for them now. If they can pull through on Sunday. Same goes to Arteta. If Arteta can win the match, it also shows that they are prepared for the season as well. Because if Man U win Arsenal, it will be a big. It will the winning ratio now between Arsenal and Man U. That of Man U is high because not like that of Man U is low. What I'm trying to say here is this: if Man U end up winning that match, it will be a big win than when Arsenal win the match.
Yeah.
Because if you see the way Arsenal have strengthened this season, this is the first season since I started supporting Arsenal that I've seen that
they've really gone into the market.
They went into the market.
Gone into the market, yes. With
they went into the market. They almost touched every angle that they had problem with.
Absolutely, I agree with you.
So it's just the left wing now. That's Trossard and Martinelli that they are working on upgrade. So they've touched all angle. They need a striker. They need a midfielder. They've touched all angle. They even got a defender, despite the fact that they've been the best defensive side for the past 2 seasons. So this is their best transfer window for me since I've started supporting Arsenal. So the match is going to be a difficult one because everyone will be very careful. Like you said, they'll respect themselves. So it's going to be more of the best club or the best team that uses their chances more. That's the team that will win the match.
Okay, that's absolutely. I think for me, let me just go straight to the prediction because it's all about, for me, it's all about who needs the match most. Like I said, for a 1-1 prediction in that match because I think it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough. It's the first match of the season. It's going to be tough. So I don't know for you, Paul.
You said the prediction is 1-1.
Yes, I'll go for 1-1.
I'll go for, despite all their signings and everything, I still see Arsenal winning that match because the pressure is more on Arteta. So I'll go for a Arsenal 3-1. 3-1 in favor of Arsenal.
3-1 in favor of Arsenal, Old Trafford. Even when you people were good like that, you've not gone to Old Trafford to win 3-1.
There's always the first time.
This is football. There's always the first time, and I agree with you. There's always the first time. I just think that it's the first match of the season, and everybody wants to impress. United are going to respect Arsenal. They'll play in a slightly very low block a little bit, because the reason why I think it's going to be 1-1 for me, I think United are going to respect Arsenal, but they will play in a low block. For Arsenal, they want to push. They want to push. And when you are pushing as a team, remember that also you have a team that can also hit you on the counter. So that is just it. That's how I see it. I think it's going to be a brilliant match to watch. It's not going to be cagey. It will never be cagey. It depends on, like I said, the team that needs it most. But I just think that there will be too much respect from both sides. And because it's also the first match of the season, everybody wants to prove fitness to the player. So everybody will put that effort. That's what okay. That is that for us. So let's quickly roll into the other matches. I think the other matches we need to look at, for me, very good matches. Aston Villa versus Newcastle. Newcastle have had a very terrible transfer window. First of all, they went for Cunha. They went for Mbeumo. United got in Mbeumo. They went for a lot of players, even and the
Sesko.
guy that left Real Madrid from Bournemouth. They went there. So it's just show you, correct me if I'm wrong, it just show you that Newcastle is still a very small compared to the clubs that they've gone head to head with in the transfer window. They went head to head for Nketiah against Liverpool. Nketiah 100% will always pick Liverpool. Sesko 100% will always pick United, whether they're in Champions League or not. Because of the history of these clubs, it's not just because of any other thing. It is just because of the history of this club and the blueprint. So what I really expect is that Liverpool needs Newcastle needs to win trophies consistently. This is not jobs that if you put a transfer between Newcastle and Arsenal will still win them. These are not just because of these clubs are just there because these clubs they have a dynasty in terms of winning trophies. They have been there in and out when it comes to winning trophies, and that's why Newcastle cannot really come head to head with them. They went head to head with Real Madrid on that defender, and Madrid won the battle. So they can't compete with the big boys. If they like, they have the entire money in the world to push. But players, what they want at the end of the day, yes, they want money, but also the second thing that they want is name as well.
The thing is that, like you said, it's not. I don't think the only player that can go for Newcastle, as if Newcastle is maybe contending with the big boys, let's say Arsenal, Liverpool, Chelsea, Man U. So I think the only player that will leave those clubs to go for Newcastle is a player that I feel maybe the player will not get a starting shirt in this club.
Absolutely.
So because if you're a player that you know that you can fit into Arsenal perfectly, you play, you start in Arsenal, Chelsea, Man U, Liverpool. So I don't see the player leaving those clubs to go and play for Newcastle because there is no way Newcastle is going to contend, no matter the money they have. So before they'll put themselves in the level of winning consistently, it will be very, very difficult. So we have so many clubs, despite the fact that Arsenal have not won trophy for, let's say, 4 or 5 seasons now. If they still go for player with Newcastle,
they will
players
see
tend to come to Arsenal than Newcastle. So, but they've gotten this, what's his name, Ramsey from Aston Villa.
Yeah, Ramsey can go there.
They've got Ramsey from Aston Villa, and they're also looking for. They also this what's his name?
They've got another guy from a defender from AC Milan as well.
They are still going for Hutchinson from Ipswich.
Yeah, so let's see. It's good. So, Newcastle, Aston Villa. Aston Villa are playing at the Villa Park, and for me, the bookmakers are saying Aston Villa to win the match. Newcastle 32% chance to win, and a draw of 26%. I don't know. It's gonna be a very tough match also because both teams are evenly matched. If you look at them, Aston Villa are also playing at home. They will also be playing the Europa Cup as well this season. They missed out of the Champions League, so I think Unai Emery Aston Villa will win this one by 2-1.
For me, I'll go with 2-2 draw.
Okay.
I'll go with 2-2 draw.
Absolutely. Okay. That's good. So it will be the 12 o'clock kickoff tomorrow between these two sides. So let's quickly go to the 3 o'clock kickoff. We have Brighton at home to Fulham. For Brighton, Fulham is a 3 o'clock kickoff. Sunderland, West Ham, Tottenham, Burnley, and Wolverhampton Wanderers, Manchester City will be the last match for tomorrow. So let's quickly go. Brighton, Fulham. Brighton has told United that they don't want to sell Carlos Baleba, and you know how Brighton they go about.
Is it that they told United or United pulled out of the race because of the money?
No, they've told United it's not because of the money. It has nothing to do with money. You understand how United operate. They will not go for a player if the player said he does not. When the player says he wants to play, they agree personal terms. They've already agreed personal terms with Beliba. What was left in the to talk to Brighton, and Brighton are saying they are not selling. And it's a report from their manager this morning that they are not selling their star midfielder. I just think that for me, United went into the race. I just think that for me, United went into the race pretty much more late, much more early. So, and that is that for me late. It's just too late, and that's why Brighton will not sell. But let's see. So, what's your take?
So, because the reports that reached me today says that Manchester United walk away from 120 million euros.
I've seen several reports everywhere. So the last one I saw was from
I don't know. You know,
goal.com.
Brighton have this how would I put it? The way they splash money on their players.
Yeah.
I don't know what is wrong with that club, seriously, because how will you be putting 120 million pounds on Baleba? For me, I think Man U did the right thing. If they actually walked away, I think they did the right thing, because splashing that kind of money for a player that you can't even guarantee is going to give you what you want. So, for Brighton and who are they playing again? Fulham. I'll still go for draw. 1-1 draw.
Okay, so that's good. 1-1 draw.
So for those that are watching us for the first time, kindly subscribe, hit the notification bell and the likes button as well.
Okay, so with respect to Arsenal versus United, what's his name? Malcolm Carragher said, Arsenal need God's blessing. You will be watching. You'll be watching champions now. God's blessed team. And today we see when people they win Premier League, that now flag they shine now. Okay, let's move on. Let's move on to for me. I think I'll also go for a draw between those two teams. So let's move on to the next match between Sunderland and West Ham. Sunderland are coming back to the Premier League after some few years absent in the Premier League. So West Ham, led by former Brighton manager, what's his name? Okay, I've forgotten that his name. But West Ham, I think for me, they are also good to go with respect to the kind of thing. I know they are still buying. Everybody's still trying to shape up his team, but I think West Ham still have the core of their team. And Sunderland, not far from where both of us are staying. We'll be hosting a match tomorrow at the Setting of Light. So, yeah, the Setting of Light. Okay, St. Mary's is Southampton. Sunderland is Setting of Light, if I'm not mistaken.
Setting of Light.
Yeah, and the bookmakers are giving Sunderland a 29% chance to win that match, and West Ham a 43% chance to win the match, and a draw 28%. Do you agree with the bookmakers, Paul?
Sure. Definitely. I don't see Sunderland winning that match.
Okay.
I agree with the bookmakers because my prediction for that match will be maybe 3-1 in favor of Sunderland West Ham.
Okay. Okay, let's move on quickly. Let's go to Tottenham at the Tottenham Stadium versus Burnley, newcomers. What to take about this match between Tottenham and Burnley? Tottenham, remember that Tottenham are coming fresh from a narrow defeat from. I would say in that match they were unlucky, and also they were lucky as well, in the sense that Paris Saint-Germain players did not even kick a ball before they came to that match. They only came to training for 2 or 3 days and jetted out to play that match. So I think they were lucky and they were unlucky, because if you had a fully fit Paris Saint-Germain, which I think was one of the things that affected them in the final of the World Club Cup, if you have a full team fit Paris Saint-Germain, I'm telling you, knocked away by the party. But they went there, they tried, they saw, they almost conquered, but at the end of the day, the likes of Dembele, who I think will win the Ballon d'Or this year, came up with the goods at the end of the day, and they went to penalties and penalties is anybody's game. But they are playing Burnley, and I think for me, Burnley should cause a little bit of problem. But Tottenham playing at home and under a manager, I also think his discipline will not play like Posto Hankoglu last time out. Will always have his defensive shape up, and he knows how to set up his team. So I think Tottenham will win by 2 goals to nil.
Burnley, Tottenham, or Tottenham, Burnley. White Hart Lane, right?
Yeah.
I'll go for Tottenham win. 3-0 in favor of Tottenham.
Okay. Okay, let's move on. Wolverhampton will be playing at home against Man City. 2 seasons champion, 2 seasons ago champion. They'll be playing at home. So, Wolf, I've not really heard about I think they've already done a really good business in the transfer market this time around, and I'm fear for them, a fear factor for them that they will go, that they will, one of the teams will be going down. They've not done business, but they still have some core of their teams outside selling Matthew Cunha and some players leaving on at the end of the season. So with City, they are selling and they are buying. They're very down. Jack Grealish is going. Savinho is going to this thing for sure, and some players are leaving as well because Pep Guardiola is his last season, and he said he doesn't want a large team. He wants a team he knows he can play with, and he doesn't want that bogus team. Yes, you still need a large team, but I think he wants to manage the team, the boys he has around him. What's your take about the match and about Pep's statement that he doesn't want a large team?
He doesn't want a large team.
He doesn't need a large team. Yes, he doesn't need a large team like the way he used to have.
There's no way, because if you see, one of the reasons they are holding on to last season was the fact that they had injuries. So you not having a large team, that means if you suffer injury in the how will I put it? If, for instance, now Rodri now is out.
Yeah.
So if you're saying you don't want a large team, I don't know the definition of his own large team.
Yeah.
Because you need to have your 11 players. Normally, you are going to register 25.
Maybe what he means is that he doesn't want more than that 23 players in the team.
That one is his own business.
Opinion, yeah.
Because
that's why I said his own business.
Normally, you can't register less than what you're supposed to register in the Premiership.
That should be 30 now in the Premier League.
So, if you're registering 30 players, so you have a large team. So if you're saying you don't want a large team, so I don't know the context in which he's saying that.
They're saying it, yeah.
For me, one of the reasons he's holding on to both Man City, Arsenal, they're saying they have injuries, so there is no backup for these players. So that's the reason why Man City, even if you check January, they signed almost 4 or 5 players in January just to cover up for the players that went on that had injury. So him saying he doesn't want a large team, I don't know the context in which he's saying that. For me, I know the number of players you're supposed to register. So once you register that players, if anyone is injured, you look for a player to replace the person. So that's how it is. So for me, Wolves against Man City. Wow.
Yeah.
It's going to be a win for Man City. The scoreline will be 3-0 in favor of Man City.
Okay, 3-0 in favor of Man City. Quickly, let's go into the next match. I think we have little time to spend here. Chelsea, Crystal Palace on Sunday, and Nottingham Forest, Brentford. And the last match of that day is Man United Arsenal, which we have spoken about. Chelsea, Crystal Palace. What's your take?
That match. The Crystal Palace I've seen in FA Cup final and Community Shield. They don't let go easily.
Yeah.
And they are playing against a world champion.
Champion.
Because Chelsea team now, with the way they are playing, they are scary though. But Crystal Palace
Yeah, but I
is
don't
not.
think because they feel that they've won the World Cup championship, that they have a team for the. I don't think they have a team for the Premier League. I don't think they are ready to win the Premier League yet.
They have individual players, which
Yes,
the coach is trying to blend together.
exactly.
But Crystal Palace is one team that they don't care.
Very organized. Very organized.
They are organized, so they don't care what you're bringing. They will also play. They
Bring
are going
it.
to play their own
Yeah,
part of the game. So for me, I'll go with that match 2-2 draw.
to draw.
2-2
Okay,
draw, yeah.
I will go with a 1-1 for both sides. I know Chelsea they have players up front that can injure anything, but I'll still go with a 1-1. Okay, let's quickly go to the match between Nottingham Forest and Brentford. Brentford now will be playing the Europa League, courtesy of what happened to Crystal Palace, and the Crystal Palace are
Yeah,
very angry about it. So I hope maybe the day we are going to watch the match between these two sides will be a lot of bad blood, a lot of bad blood.
a
Yes,
lot.
because yes, a lot of bad blood. But let's see how it goes. Nottingham Forest, Brentford. Brentford, yes, they've lost Mbuemo to this thing. They've lost a lot of players. They've also lost their
Yeah.
captain to Arsenal as well. So,
So the
what do you
possibility of
expect?
losing Wisa is also there as well.
Yes, you and Wisa as well. Then for Brentford, but for Newcastle, for Nottingham Forest, they've lost Alanga. I think some few players going overseas as well.
And the lap.
But I think for me, if I look at this match, I see a shade of another draw, of a 2-2 draw between these two sides.
Me too. I'll go for 1-1 draw.
Okay, a 1-1 draw. Yeah, we don't have time because we want to go and catch up with the game, with the Liverpool game very soon, which is 8 p.m. So let's go to the last match, Monday Night Football. Monday Night Football will be the match between the Leeds United returning from the Premier League after 2 years of absence against Everton. They now have Jack Grealish in their ranks. So you expect the load of the team to be on Jack Grealish now.
Yeah.
So what's your take about this match?
Who is playing at Leeds, right?
Leeds are at home, yeah.
I still see the match is going to be a tough one, but I'll still give it to Everton. To be a narrow win, 2-1 win in favor of Everton.
Okay, if you insist. Okay, I just think that Everton should David Moyes should have a full season organizing Everton, knowing what, and they'll be playing in a brand new stadium for that matter, a brand new stadium, new chassis. So
Yeah.
I think there'll be both fans and players will be highly motivated at the end of the day.
Yeah.
So I'll go for an Everton win of a 2-1 win for Everton. So final take this weekend, we expect a lot of fireworks in the first week of the UEFA Champions League. Please kindly join us on Red London Route tomorrow 6 p.m. 7 p.m. when we'll talk more
Review.
about the game on Sunday between Arsenal and United, and also we'll also talk about some of the
The
matches that we
possible
played,
lineup.
possible lineup and everything. Paul is going to come up with the Arsenal, and I will come up with my United 11 as well. So thank you for watching. Thank you for being part of the show today. And I say, stay well, stay peaceful. And final take from Paul.
All right, guys. It's good to have you guys back on the show. And like I said earlier, that 90 or 95% of the Premiership matches, I'll be bringing live watch along.
Yeah,
So I'm still
you will be on
sticking
watch
to
along.
that.
You will be on watch along on Sunday as well. So
On
I
Sunday.
won't
So
be.
yeah.
Yeah. So you'll be. Yeah.
So thank you guys for watching. Hope you have a lovely night.
Yeah. You do. Bye.